we're hearing there's potential positive test for Ryan Garcia in his win over Devin Haney. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think it's very unfortunate that he tested positive for a banned substance. He says, "Oh, lies." My basic belief, strong belief, and position is God doesn't lie. Those are scientists. There's nothing in it for them to be lying about a result. They have a result that shows positive presence of the substance ostarine in his system, and any scientific inquiry would back it up. So, he's going to face a rough period of time now, trying to justify and live with and eventually accept that he tested positive for a banned substance. Again, Bada doesn't lie. So if that's a positive test, it means he had a banned substance in his system.
And I mean, an obvious question, right? Do you think it helped him win the fight if it ends up being true?
Yes.
There you go.
Obvious answer.
Yeah, no, for sure. Sometimes you just got to ask so fans can hear it, but I appreciate your response. So, do you think then that they would turn that victory into a no contest?
My understanding is that that's what would happen, is that the result will be vacated, the loss will be eliminated from Haney's record, the win will be eliminated from Ryan Garcia's record, and any promoter or organization goes forward toward more Ryan Garcia business in the future is going to have to reach out and demand, damn it, don't make this kind of mistake again.
Yeah. Last question for you on this topic. What does this do to Ryan's legacy if it ends up being true that he tested positive?
Doesn't help. And it dirties up what was a truly spectacular, exciting performance and a shockingly effective win in New York. All that goes out the window now. Whether he was enormously assisted by the banned substance or whether it made no difference whatsoever, it has wiped out the thrilling impact of the knockdowns, the win by decision. Everything he accomplished in New York is now thoroughly tarnished and meaningless.
There you go. Thank you for your thoughts on this, Jim. We appreciate you.
All right.
Bye now.
Okay. One thing I want to say about this video. For one, in terms of VADA or any organization, people can lie. They always do. They may allow someone to pay them off the okay? Now, to be perfectly honest with you, see, the questions that's being asked is necessary so people can, be educated on what the repercussions are, how things work. Okay, but for one, Ryan Garcia is saying that they're lying. It's not true. I saw a video of him saying that Devin Haney and Bill Haney are associated with these people at VADA, and this guy, I forget his name, Victor something, saying that he's trying to what he's basically saying is that the Haneys have had him set up. So basically somehow Bill and Devin got their hands on his urine, right? Come on, y'all. Like, seriously. Okay. The other thing is, as for Devin Haney, he basically is in a position of pretty much not dwelling on it so much, but to understand what happened. And now hearing this news, this could fuel him up if he's not broken, if he's not stressing himself out about it. I think that it definitely would and it's justifiable for someone to cheat that the laws come off of his record, you know. Um, but at the end of the day, for Ryan Garcia, Ryan is gonna have to prove that he didn't do anything. Okay. Um, it's one thing to say I'm innocent, I didn't do anything. Right off the bat, it's a setup. Okay. Now he's coming with his like I told you guys he would. Um, yeah, I told you guys he would. And that's why I say let's listen to hear what was being said, because at the end of the day, these guys can come up and say, you know, what it is or what it isn't, and then basically, it shouldn't, you know, it shouldn't come down. It should not come down to
Oh, no problem. Thanks. Yes, problem. You need Verizon. Get the new iPhone 15 Pro with tons of storage, so you can take all the pics.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition and get iPhone 15 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
And Haney with us once again on SportsCenter. So Garcia denies
Let's check this out.
the doping. What are your thoughts on the denial?
I mean, of course. I mean, whoever got caught doping and admitted.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have been the first in history. So,
How would you describe what you felt in the ring? Was there anything unusual that you sensed?
I mean, I can't really say that. I knew that it was a tough fight, obviously. I'm a special kind of fighter, so I never fought, and a guy has been that much better than me. I never been overmatched like that, and I've been in there with the best fighters in the world. So, I felt like something was up, but I didn't want to make any excuses or be that guy. At the end of the day. So I put it in Allah's hands, and I said, you know what, he was a better man. He was a better man that night, and I go back to the drawing board and figure out what's next. But it definitely had me questioning a lot of things, my preparation, my trainers, my team, myself. But that's what a lawsuit will do to you in general.
Now that the allegations are there, and again, we'll need a B sample to prove it conclusively, but how confident are you that things would have gone different if, in fact, he was doping?
I mean, I can sit here and say how things would have went different, but it's reality. When I want to be on an even playing field, no matter if a guy's better than me or not.
Right.
It's only fair that when we step in that ring, we're equal, and especially boxing is a brutal sport. We put our lives on the line. I could have lost my life in that ring. And that's just reality. But I also could have took his life. He could have took my life. That's just that we run that risk when we step in the ring. I understand that. Yeah. But when a guy is taking in performance enhancement drugs, it's just it's dangerous. It's dangerous for the guys in the ring.
You know how boxing marketing works. This is only going to drive more interest in a rematch between the two of you. Yeah. How interested are you in getting back in there with him again?
Honestly, I'm not too interested in it. During the build-up, we've seen a lot of interesting things from him. We've seen his character. We've seen the guy cheat. We see the type of person that he is. I don't see myself ever getting back in the ring. But I'm a fighter. I'm speaking right now how I feel. But we never know what the future holds.
Hypothetically, though, what kind of assurances would you need if there was interest in doing this fight?
I don't know. We have to see down the line. But as of right now, it wouldn't be a fight that I would really entertain. Like I said, this guy showed his character. He showed that he would do anything to win, including cheat. Mm-hmm. And that's just reality. A guy that would do anything to win. This is a sport at the end of the day. Boxing is just a sport. we put our lives on the line. So he put my life in jeopardy. So now it's deeper than boxing with me. I said I don't even want to. I want to take this thing somewhere else now because it's like I said. He could have did some real dangerous things to me that night.
All right, we appreciate you coming by to give us your perspective on things, and best of luck moving forward, Devin.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, WBC 140-pound champ Devin Haney with us on Sports Center.
Okay, now you heard what Devin Haney had to say. Now, for all of the Devin Haney hate, ignorance is just ignorance. People gonna say stupid shit and do what they do. He's speaking nothing but facts right there. And for the people, oh no, he don't want that smoke because he know he can't win. That's the first thing that will come out of somebody's mouth. Now, me personally, I don't like to say what I would do in certain situations because, put it like this, I can say what I would or wouldn't do because I know me, okay, and the feeling that I get from watching things, understanding what somebody's, what's going on. I would want to put hands on Ryan. But you see what he's saying? I want to take it somewhere else. I don't know if y'all caught that, meaning I want to do more than just fight him in the ring because of what he did. Y'all got to understand, boxing is a sport. It's a job. This is how you get paid. We fight. I'm going to share the ring with you to help you make money. Yet, you don't even want to honor your contract. You breach your contract. You're not even professional enough to make weight. You cheated. You stand up here drinking beer, doing all this goofy stuff, and you juicing. So now, yeah, we can make history and all the people want to ooh and ah. But on the business side of things, and on the personal side of things, it's like, I'm going to help this motherfucker make a ton of money. I'm going to make money too. But look at what he did. You understand what I'm saying? Look at what he did. And the fact is, Ryan needs to clear himself. Okay? Because pretty much just say I didn't do it, fuck the Haneys and blah, blah, blah. That's not cutting it. So same thing when Deontay Wilder was accusing Tyson Fury of cheating. What was all his fans saying? Yo, he shouldn't even rematch this cheating ass motherfucker. You understand what I mean? Why? He's a cheat. Deontay said he wanted to take it into his own hands. The problem is Deontay can't beat Fury. So not only did you get beat the second time, clearly, but then the third time you got beat clearly again and got knocked out. So there was no revenge at all. You understand what I mean? But I could understand if a person would say, nah, I don't even want to fight this dirty motherfucker again. I understand why. And it doesn't make him a bitch to not want to rematch a dirty fighter. But at the same time, like I said, I would want that motherfucker again. Now, at the same time, though, he did what he was supposed to do on a professional level. Now, the game plan was all wrong. And it worked for him in spots. But defensively, where he couldn't get away from Ryan's shots and things of that nature. See, this is a performance-enhancing drug that increases stamina, speed, power, endurance, all that shit. Okay? So, not only is it effective from the very start, but as the fight goes on and you start to get tired and your opponent, even if they're tired, they're still a lot stronger than you are. Well, you understand, you got to consider all of that. And I said the whole time, Ryan was acting like a complete asshole. Did I not say that? And did I not say when Devin was by himself or he everything was normal? It's when the two of them are in front of each other. It's just like, listen to Devin talk right now. Listen to Devin talk right now. Compare what he's saying and his demeanor to Ryan. Fuck the Hayes, yo. Fuck that. Yo, go to war. Yo, that shit lit. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, fuck these motherfuckers. Yo, fuck all that shit. I ain't cheat, nigga. All this goofy stuff. That's what boxing think it needs is a goofball. Now, saying what he just said and making it clear that he doesn't have any interest in a rematch with him right now anyway. Like you said, he might feel different later. But right now, that's what happens sometimes, man. That's that. And listen, let me tell y'all something. There's been a lot of cheats. Look at what happened. Look for example, right? I remember when Alexis Arguello, when him and Aaron Pryor fought. Think about this. They went back and had a rematch. Now you remember the whole, oh, give me that bottle. No, not that one, the one I mixed. Right? He goes out there and he just gets to the point where he starts he starts tearing fucking Alexis Arguello ass up and stops him. Now in the rematch, he completely obliviated Alexis Arguello. That first fight, I'm sure, took a lot of the both of them.
Today, Ryan Garcia.
Let's listen to what Jeff Mayweather has to say. They probably gonna make me watch another stupid commercial.
And they did. Gruesome new details. The nursing student killed.
I just want some different perspectives. I'm not gonna. This is gonna be the last one I'm doing because
In the boxing world today.
And by the way, y'all, this is the first time I'm seeing any of these videos.
Positive for a banned substance for his post-fight drug testing. Apparently, it was I think I want to say it's Osterine, Osterine, something like that. Obviously, a shock to everybody involved. Initial thoughts on hearing that? I know I broke the news to you when I called you a couple hours ago.
I just think it's a bad look for boxing. I mean, no matter who did.
For sure.
But to be in a fight of this magnitude, at first, I thought he fooled everyone by just playing crazy. But
I'm motherfucking not playing.
now, the end result, he didn't just play crazy. He went too far.
For sure.
And now he's gonna be punished for it.
All right, again, another video, Jeff. I was going to point out, Jeff is not drunk. He has the hiccups. He just got acid reflux. We don't need any suggestions. He's got diabetes. Shit happens. All right, so Jeff, I know Ryan went live here on Instagram a little while ago. I didn't get to catch that, but I saw he tweeted out, LOL, and seemed to be laughing it off, as anybody probably should have. Is it just a way of boxing trying to, to sully Ryan and get over on him after his big win?
Well, I think that if Ryan is out there doing stuff like that,
Why would he just come after Ryan?
playing crazy. He's got stuck in that mode and don't know how
He's
to
not
turn it
playing,
off.
Jeff.
Do you think that him? Well, I mean, let's play devil's advocate here. Let's say he is guilty of this. Do you think that has something to do with why he missed weight?
Play devil's advocate.
I don't think that had nothing to do with him missing weight. I think that was designed to miss the weight because, I mean, he's been boxing for
Yeah, he missed weight on purpose.
and it's easy to make weight.
He missed weight on purpose.
You just gotta make sacrifices, and he didn't.
Do you think this was?
And Devin did.
I'm assuming he's going to get the B sample test and all that kind of stuff. But is this not smart by boxing? I mean, you have Ryan, who just became probably the biggest star in boxing, right? Active after his win over Devin. Now all of a
You
sudden,
hear this
it's going to
shit?
bring, like you said, it's a bad look for the sport. Is this something that they should have moved forward with?
Why would they not move forward? Do you see this shit?
Yes, I think they should because.
Wow.
I mean, if
To
you
even ask that question,
caught cheating, you need to be punished for it.
he cheated, but he just became a
He's
big
already
star.
denying it, though,
Just
so I
sweep it
mean-
under the
He
rug.
can deny it all he wants to,
Go
but
on.
once the commission puts it out there and says he did it, that's the end of it.
That's the end of it. you sure about that? I mean, it's like, so we have the B sample to come on. Obviously, he's denying it. I know this supplement can be found in, or excuse me, this drug can be found in different supplements. So there's so many things that could happen here. I mean, it just seems like it's trying to.
But not over the counter shit. It's not over the counter.
That could be true, but most of the time, when the commission finds something, they usually stands.
Do we trust the commission?
Do we trust Ryan, motherfucker? You don't have to. Yeah, they're in charge. Exactly.
Well, where does this affect? How does this affect Devin going forward? I mean, it kind of seems like it gives him a, an escape route. I mean, obviously a reason, an explanation for what happened to him, and he can say, "Hey, I fought a guy that was way overweight and was juicing on top of that."
Well, I mean, you can't really say that part because he weighed more than Ryan did. But one thing you can say is that I
heard some shit about that afterwards. Them saying that I don't even know where the fuck that came from. I heard somebody say that shit
I
too.
made the weight the right way. I didn't
Because
cheat. And
Ryan was actually 3 pounds heavier. It's about
Remote
afterwards.
monitoring and management, remote access, help desk and ticketing, smart automations, patching.
Damn YouTube.
if Ryan's caught, he did cheat. And basically, Devin, he didn't lose his title. Only thing it did is this hurt his reputation more than anything. Okay.
You're saying that he made Devin weigh more. He did what he was supposed to do. He made weight on the day of the fight. I mean,
he made the weight on the scale, but after they do another weigh-in,
I didn't hear that part though.
he said Devin weighed more.
I did hear that from somebody, but
Bill Haney obviously
that shit don't
seriously pissed
matter.
off, saying, hey, first of all, it's his son, so of course you're worried about your son's health. And he's like, hey, you do all this bragging, all this talking, and then you can't make weight, and you're juicing.
True. True.
Thoughts on what his response?
Well, I mean, I would probably be saying the exact same thing.
True.
I mean, at this point, you gotta take whatever's out there to use to cover your son's loss.
Well, then, I mean, just to finish up, do you think this is all just, like I said, this is like an
Well,
attempt to taint
he's
Ryan's
using
win?
the truth though.
Saying, oh, well, he didn't hit weight, oh, he, failed his drug test. This is an attempt to smear his win and get Devin back in good grace with everybody.
What the fuck would Vada gain from doing
I
that?
think that if he cheated, he cheated. And he should be punished.
Does it affect him going forward?
Say it again.
Does it affect him going forward? I mean, can't you just say, hey, a win's a win, all publicity is good publicity?
That's bullshit.
Doesn't really matter.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy, man?
I can do whatever I want.
Of course you can. But I never know you to be no judge.
Exactly.
Or
Asshole.
be on the commission.
Yeah.
Probably should be.
Probably shouldn't be.
Probably shit is that.
It's going to be a lot better, I know that.
Wins a win.
So where do we go from here? What's next?
This is what I mean about people. Y'all hear it.
I'm sure
I told you, people don't really give a fuck. A win's a win. But this could hurt the sport because Ryan just became a big star. He's become a big star. And?
He took a fight.
And?
Made nice payday. And he's still undefeated.
What about with Ryan? It's going to affect him anywhere. He's still kind of the biggest name in boxing at the moment, and it really won't affect him either way.
I mean, it hit.
All that big star in boxing shit.
A major superstar. But now.
And if Devin Haney wasn't as good as he is,
I don't think it's going to hurt him.
how the fuck you become a superstar by beating the guy that was overhyped?
But people are going to look at him in a different way.
I think you're juicing, Jeff, right? You're 70 years old and still got guns. Let's see him, man. Let's see him.
He got no gun.
Gun? No, your arms. Not a gun.
I thought you were talking about the gun.
No, I said you still got the guns. You're juicing at like 75 years old.
You ready to pull my gun out on you?
All right, Jeff. Appreciate it.
All right. Anyway,
There it is.
I just wanted to get a different perspective, man. You know, and that stupid ass video with Ryan Garcia. If y'all didn't see it by now, he went live on Instagram, and he says that you know, he's accusing Bill and Devin Haney as being in cahoots with these people. You know, as a matter of fact, no, the hell, I'm not in no rush. Let's listen to this shit right here. Let's listen to this one. This is the guy. This is the guy that
I call it shrinkflation.
Ryan Garcia. He's accusing this guy. I think this is Victor Conte. I think this is him.
I approve this message.
I know his face, but I can't remember. Is it Victor? Yes, Victor Conte. That's him.
Hold on.
And so basically, he's accusing him. Now he's accusing Devin and Bill.
Has brought you into this, and he has somehow suggested that you are, in a way, behind his failing of these drug tests. I would love to get your response.
His conspiracy theory is completely wrong and debunked. I have nothing to do with this. I'm completely independent of VADA. More than a decade ago, when VADA first started, I was one of the first trainers, or whatever you choose to call me, sports nutritionist, that was referring my fighters, world champions. The first one was Nonito Donaire. This was back in 2012, and he did 4 fights, won 3 of those. He was tested by VADA. He won the Boxing Writer Association Fighter of the Year. So I have been sending my fighters, obviously because of my background, okay, the things that happened back in 2003, almost a decade later in 2012, it was a good idea, and I became an outspoken anti-doping advocate in 2005, so I refer my fighters to VADA. That's the extent, you know, of my relationship. Did I introduce Margaret Goodman and Flip Pomansky that run VADA to people like Dick Pound, who was the founding chairman of WADA, the World Anti-Doping Agency, and others that helped them be able to do the testing at WADA accredited labs? Yes, I made some introductions, but nothing more than that.
So you are not behind Ryan Garcia's positive.
I am not behind Ryan Garcia's positive drug test. It's foolish for him to say that. There's absolutely no evidence whatsoever to lend any credence to whatever he's saying.
Victor, would you consider taking any sort of action against him for saying the things that he has said, seemingly without any evidence?
No, I've been involved in a number of legal entanglements in the past, and it's just not worth it to me. I'm a big boy. He can say whatever he wants to say. I'm a true speaker, and, you know, let the chips fall where they may.
Okay, I'm glad we got that part of it out of the way. Now let's actually talk about this substance here. Ostarine, I'll be honest, I'd never heard of it until last night. Tell us about Ostarine, what it could potentially do, why a fighter might want to take it, what sort of benefits it might provide you in a fight. Break this down for me.
Okay, Ostarine is something that is called a SARM, S-A-R-M. That stands for Selective Androgen Receptor Modulator. This classification of drugs are very similar to anabolic steroids. When they became first introduced, they were pitched as safer than steroids, but of course they promote protein synthesis or muscle growth, as well as fat loss. They definitely enhance performance. And now some science has come out showing they may not be all that safe to take. And the difference is they supposedly target only muscle and not heart and other organs in the body. But there are many cases, boxers, back in 2016, Lucien Boutet, a boxer tested positive for Ostarine. This isn't anything that hasn't happened before.
What kind of advantage? I mean, is it just a matter of it in enabling?
I don't need that shit. I'm natural.
Pack on more muscle to be stronger.
Yes, faster, stronger, better reaction time. It energizes you. It helps with recovery. It accelerates healing and tissue repair after workouts. Definitely enhances performance.
I've never understood this argument, but sometimes people will say, like, you know, he couldn't have cheated because how could he be so stupid knowing he's going to have to take a drug test? So, I mean, is there a way to mask this? Is there a way for this to get out of your system? I mean, why, not necessarily saying Ryan did this, but why would a fighter, knowing he has to take a drug test, fail this test? I mean, how
Let
could
me
that happen?
explain this. It depends upon the dosage, the frequency, and the length of time that you have taken the drug. There are several cases where people have tested positive for ostarine, then tested negative, then tested positive, then tested negative. Now, what happens is that some of these molecules can get lodged in adipose or fat tissue, and then when you do things like weight cut for a fight and you drop 10, 15, 20 pounds, okay, some of these molecules can be released and all of a sudden there's a positive drug test from exposure in the past. And you may have even had negative tests during training camp, but at some point in time, there was exposure. Now,
that means you took it regardless.
Cheat. We don't know this, but I keep hearing, oh, it was in tiny concentrations. Let me explain something. This test for anabolic steroids, as well as the SARMs and ostarine, is a qualitative test, not a quantitative test. They have something called a mass spectrogram fragmentation pattern. It's like a fingerprint. It either matches or it doesn't. So you're either pregnant or you're not.
Mm-hmm.
You're not just a tiny bit pregnant.
Right.
Making sense? He had exposure. Strict liability rule states you are responsible for what's in your body no matter how it got there. So he's going to have to go before a commission, the New York Commission, and explain and prove. The burden of proof is on him. He has to prove where he got exposed to this. Now he's going to have to look at all the supplements that he'd taken and other things. But if he's unable to prove that, then he's likely going to be suspended.
And he said he don't really take supplements.
Talk coming from the Garcia camp that he took ashwagandha root. Is that could that potentially be a source for ostarine?
Okay, let's hope for Ryan Garcia's sake that that's where he got it. Okay, because if
they can get the same thing and then they can
bottle,
trace it.
I saw him hold the bottle and petting it, the ashwagandha root. Okay, let's hope and pray for him that is where he got it, because they will find that lot number. They will go buy that in a store.
Test it.
They will test that, and if they find it in there, then he can possibly receive what they call a no fault or negligence ruling, meaning he proved there was no intent to cheat. He bought ashwagandha. It doesn't say that it's got ostarine on the label, and therefore that will exonerate him. My guess is that's not going to happen.
I'm about to say,
pretty much cleaned up.
how many products have you ever seen that don't? That's what the ingredients is for. It tells you everything that's in there.
I think it is more likely when you make underground anabolic steroids, when you make testosterone or nandrolone or ostarine or clomiphene, any of these drugs that these boxers are testing positive for, these are not coming from an upjohn formulated pharmaceutical where you can buy them at CVS or Walgreens.
This is what I'm saying.
They're being made in an underground basement lab. And they buy these powders in China. They put them on a hot plate. They cook them up in these beakers and flasks. They don't wash the glassware adequately because they're selling these, most of these, 80% of these drugs that are on the market are being sold out of the trunks of cars in dark alleys behind gyms. And they're for the
Didn't I tell y'all?
Building some bigger biceps so you can catch more pretty girls, okay? It's not for elite athletes like Ryan Garcia. So, whatever else he may have been taking, the biggest barn door that's open at this point is synthetic testosterone. Your body makes about 7 milligrams a day. When they do the TE ratio, testosterone to epitestosterone ratio, it's 4 to 1. Well, that means you could take all the way up to 27 milligrams of testosterone per day and fly under the radar or the allowable limit. So guys can double or triple their levels by microdosing every day, but the problem is when they do that and they got a source of testosterone from an underground lab, it may be contaminated with ostarine or nandrolone or other substances. Make sense? So it's more likely that, you know, like I say,
And if you're doing it that way, you're trying to cheat.
Don't be surprised when you get up with fleas. So we'll find out. You know, my guess is and prediction is we're going to hear a bunch of my dog ate my homework type of excuses.
Basically.
You know, let's hope for him that he can find a way to exonerate himself.
No, not if he cheated on purpose. He shouldn't find a way out of this shit.
And how horrible this is for him that he has to deal with this stuff. And until we get a reasonable explanation from Ryan, the burden of proof is on him to prove there was no intent to cheat. Because otherwise, I don't care if somebody snuck into your room and spiked your toothpaste, you're going to be responsible. The burden is on him. So I think
and all he's doing is
very
pointing
serious
fingers at people. He's set up.
all
They're
these
setting me up.
Conspiracy theories or hogwash.
Two more for you, Victor, and this is amazing, by the way. Knowing what you know about us, you've got two guys who are pretty even fighters. Could that potentially provide enough of an edge for Brian to go in there and to beat Devin Haney?
Well, back to the issue of what we don't know,
right,
which is the dosage, the frequency, and the length of time he may have been taking it, with or intent without. Because these Ostarine is an oral; it can come in a tablet form. Somebody around him could grind this up and put it in a shake, and he could drink it, and not even know. I mean, this is.
But why would somebody do that though? So if he's being set up, that'll be his camp.
Him, and the burden of proof is on him 1,000% to prove that where he got it, and once he can do that, then possibly he can get what they call a ruling of no fault or negligence. I don't believe that's going to be the outcome. My prediction is he's going to be suspended, and he should pay closer attention to other stuff that he's taking or other people that he's trusting, because he got exposed somehow. We do know that.
Last one, Ryan has made the point, hey, I failed the test on the 19th. Why did they allow me to fight if they knew that I had popped a dirty test? Explain, if you can, Victor, for me, the timing, the turnaround from when you provide a sample to when those results are back to be tested.
Okay, that is just simply a distraction technique. Okay?
Basically.
During training camp, let's say the 8 to 10 weeks that they were tested, the normal turnaround time when they collect the sample and they send it to the lab, which is in Utah, takes about 2 weeks. But on fight week, and especially weigh-in day and fight day, they check on the requisition form stat. That means turn that around as quickly as you possibly can. That takes at least 72 hours, if not longer, okay? So if they collected a sample on Friday the 19th and Saturday the 20th, you wouldn't have data until Tuesday or Wednesday at earliest the next week. So nobody knew there was a positive test before the fight. Once again, Ryan Garcia is spewing a bunch of misinformation. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. He's got these millions of people hanging on his every word, but what he's saying is simply not accurate.
And to be honest with you, when you don't know something, that's what you should just say. I don't know. He started out talking about he don't know, he didn't take anything. I whooped his ass fair and square. And see, he's alluding to all of this shit. Now all of a sudden, like to where all of a sudden everybody is in cahoots trying to set him up. They're all trying to sabotage his career and all. Like, are you serious? And you got idiots asking stupid questions like, well, I mean, can't they just look at it and say, look, man, a win is a win. You know, he just became the biggest star in boxing and, you know, move forward so it doesn't hurt the sport. Do you hear this shit? So when I'm telling you guys, people don't give a fuck. They don't even care. That's why I say, for people like that, something need to happen to you or one of your loved ones. Somebody that it'll break your heart if something happened to them. And then somebody have the same attitude as you and say, well, hey, you know what? If she dies, she dies. Hey, you know what? I want to look that little kid in the eye while they daddy on the floor dying. Hey, you know what? I was used to the gills. And I probably damaged that man, you know, did something permanent to him. Who knows, right? But guess what? Hey, a fight's a fight. Rules don't mean nothing. Being clean doesn't mean anything. As long as the guy that you wanted to win won. Come on, y'all don't get it. But this is what this man's been doing. Let me see if I can find this one video. All right. I think this might be it.
On any given day, we're all mechanics. DIY.
Yeah, I think this is the one.
It's not about motivation. When is the discipline? Wake up and win today. Discipline comes from within.
Let's go. Steroids gang. I'm looking big. I heard that Devin he's connected to Victor Conte, who's connected to Vada real close. Victor Conte known to get caught for cheating, got banned from baseball or whatever sport he was in. I don't even know what Ostarine is. What is Ostarine? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, fuck Australian.
I was on tequila. Tequila, that's it. If tequila got steroids, that's crazy. I'm guilty. Wait till the real story comes out, bro.
What real story?
Wait till the real story comes out.
What's the real story? You should be drinking now. What's the real
They're trying to
story?
make it to a no contest. You're right. There was no contest. It was easy work. Say I did take Ostarine, right? I would have made weight then, because it makes you lose weight.
Not necessarily.
I volunteered to do the drug.
How the fuck does he know what it does if he's never even heard of it? He just said he's never even heard of it. He don't even know what it is. But yet he knows what it does.
Funny that I bring up all these things. How about Gaza, protect Trump, all these things that you shouldn't be saying. Of course they trying to get me. Because I love everybody, because I'm trying to save the kids. It's crazy. These guys are probably pedos. They're haters, bro. I never did it. Everybody knows that I beat his ass easy fucking word. Fuck Devin Haney. Diddy probably paid for it. Diddy paid for the drug test. Diddy made the call. Diddy. Come on. Diddy did it. Diddy fucking did it, bro. It's all good, bro. Fuck that dude. Fuck Diddy.
What the fuck is he talking about, man?
Now,
This motherfucker been talking about fuck Diddy. Diddy paid for it. Diddy did it. Fuck Devin Haney. Fuck Diddy. What the fuck is right? So listen. Y'all know how Oliver McCall was fucked up. You could listen to him talk. His facial expressions, motherfucker crying in the ring before a fight, crying after, like just you knew something wasn't right with Oliver McCall. Somehow they let this nutcase box. Something is not right with this boy. And he's a fucking liar. The motherfucker said, I don't even know what Ostarine is. Then the girl goes, yeah, fuck Ostarine. Then he starts telling you what it does. If I was taking Ostarine, say I was, right? Then I'd have made weight because it makes you lose what? How the fuck do you know what it does? This dude is a joke. Like I told you. He's a fucking joke. And he's sitting up here talking about Diddy paid for it. Diddy did it. Fuck Diddy. Fuck Haney. You see, when people lash out with this anger and they start trying to deflect and bringing up a bunch of stupid shit to get your mind like, what happened? Where you get that from? Oh, that's what he's trying to do. Diddy got his own fucking problems. All right, Diddy got his. Anybody know what's going on with Diddy right now? You know he got his own fucking problems. Figure you worry about Devin Haney shit. This dude is guilty as fuck as far as I'm concerned by his own actions, by the shit coming out of his mouth. He done went from saying he didn't do it. Everybody knows I don't cheat. To all of a sudden now he's bringing up Diddy. He don't even know what Ostarine is yet. All of a sudden he knows what it does. All in the same fucking interview. Not even today. And then next week a different interview. Or I did some research. No. Just all in one interview. He doesn't know what it is. But he knows what it does. When you're a cheat, when you're a liar, when you're a bitter person, this is what happens. He keeps talking about he's trying to save the kids. He nothing but a fucking drunk. You understand what I'm saying? This dude just talks shit. What the fuck is he talking about? I'm trying to save the kid. He just keeps saying this stupid shit. How? What the fuck are you doing to save anybody? What do you do? You can't even save your fucking self. I'm trying to save the kids. And that's why they coming after me. This dude is crazy, man. Like something is really wrong with this motherfucker's head. It's not an act. He's fucked up. He doesn't take this boxing shit serious, man. He doesn't. I know that listening to him talk and hearing all of this crap that he says and he makes zero sense. But I know that his fans are so stupid. The ones who actually like this motherfucker, they're so stupid that no matter what he says, they're going to side with him anyway. It doesn't change the reality. It doesn't change the facts. Okay, but this guy is a walking contradiction. And one thing about him, if you listen to him, he says things on camera as if we can't just go rewind the video and just watch the video back. He sat here and even said, fuck that weight. I don't give a fuck about that weight. I missed that shit on purpose. Then he did. Kept walking around there flexing. What you notice, the entire time, you never see him doing that in the past like that. Every time you see him, you flexing. And, okay, and just saying, look at the way he was acting. All hyper, constantly just, growling and all this goofy. Oh, he was just trying to sell the fight. Same professional wrestler. The fuck, he's the Ultimate Warrior now? And he just kept doing the same and the same little erratic behavior. And I'm watching him and I'm listening to him and he's making no sense. He says shit that makes no sense. He contradicts himself. And he's telling you he didn't do anything. Because everybody knows he doesn't cheat. Bitch, you cheated by not making weight. Okay? You're so unprofessional. You cheated and purposely didn't make weight. So why would we believe that you wouldn't take something for an extra advantage? Let me tell y'all something. And I told y'all this before. I had the flu. Okay, if you ever had the flu, you know what that shit feels like. I mean, man, I felt like a rat eater, but I had chills and I was fucked up. I'm sitting up there in the damn nurse's office and she was like, oh my God, you feel like a rat eater. She's like, okay, I'm gonna give you something for the fever. Knock that right out. She told me flat out, she's like, I'm gonna give you a steroid and you'll be on your feet in no time. She's like, believe me, you're gonna feel like a whole different person in an hour of minutes. Okay. Went and got my prescription, whatever, took the pills that she gave me right there in the office, right? I came home. Man, I laid down. I think I fell asleep. Because you know when you get sick and it's hard for you to sleep. Okay, so now I was all congested. I got took my, my allergy pills, all that, whatever, all the stuff she prescribed for me. And I'm talking, I fell asleep. I nodded off, I was sitting on my couch. I was just away from everybody. I woke up. I probably was asleep, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes. I don't know. I got up and I noticed right away I felt so much stronger. Like, what the fuck? Okay, what did I just say though? She said, I'm going to give you a steroid. It's going to have you up on your feet in no time. Like, you believe me, by the next matter of minutes, you're going to feel like a whole different person. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So even though I had the flu, that shit she gave me, okay, I couldn't breathe and all that. So all this was opened up, not from the steroid, but like my allergy pills and all the other shit she gave me. I took all that right there in the office, including the steroid. But I had to go get my prescription from the pharmacy. And I mean, what I'm telling you is, see, here I am, I'm hitting the bag. I'm doing things I just couldn't do being sick. Like, it wasn't, try to force yourself. The fever was gone. And but I felt like, it's like I never had the flu. And when you get the flu, but like that third day, that's when it really all kicks in. Because for the first day is scratchy throat. You like, damn, I get a little dry cough. And then the runny nose, it is like, oh, here we go. And you know you're about to get sick. And that's how it went. By day 2, that's when you start to feel weak. The body aches, the chills start to coming in. By day 3, you fully fucked all the way up. Like, you know, so this is what I'm saying. So on day 3, boom, I'm feeling like I never was sick. So here's what I'm saying to you. You can have shit in your system, like there's things that they can give you that will, boom, it gives you with the energy that you need. So how the fuck was I have 3 days. Here I am with the flu. And then I am hitting the bag. Jumping rope, skipping rope, doing everything. And you understand what I'm saying? So yeah, it gives you a boost. But this is something that my doctor gave me. So what I'm saying, that's something I took on purpose. On purpose. Now imagine me talking to somebody like, yeah, man, I went to the doctor, man. I was sick. They gave me this, that, or what was it called? Right? Now, here's what I'm saying to you. When people want an advantage, they will go through whatever lengths to get to it. Like whatever they have to do to get it, they'll do it. Why are these fighters always finding it's like something always in their system and they don't know how they got there? And there's always the same explanation every time. Well, you know, maybe somebody in his camp was trying to get him an advantage because they thought he needed it and they didn't tell him. They just put it in his drink or whatever. So you put something in my drink or my food without me telling you to do it. And I'm supposed to be okay with that. And you was doing it for my best interest. Nah. Nobody in his camp did shit. It's him. He took some shit. And I don't know what his thinking process was about how he's going to mask it and get away with it or whatever. But at the end of the day, he did what he did. And to say shit like, why would he do that knowing he's going to get tested? Why the fuck do people steal cars in broad fucking daylight? Right at Walmart. It was on the news. Dudes trying to rape women in broad daylight. Why would anybody do something stupid? So, you know, it's not about a mistake. The mistake is getting caught. He did what he did on purpose. I just get so sick of hearing this shit, man. Like, you sit back and you like, all right, let's hear what they got to say. His story should have been, listen, I don't know what they found, and I don't know how I got there. But I didn't take anything and left it at that. And now the rest is up to you trying to prove it to VADA, right? Well, just like Victor Conte said, whatever the hell it was, he said that he had. Well, for his sake, let's hope that it's in that. Why? Because they can go back and buy one of those and they can test it and see like if that ostarine is in there. But I have yet to buy a product and it has things in it that's not on the on label to let you know what's in it. So I don't think whatever the hell he took, he got no he got no ostarine in his system from that. And not to mention, right? Most people don't even read labels. They're told what something's for and they'll go buy it, but they don't even read the labels. The ingredients and what's all in it. Bottom line, y'all, it's not looking good for Ryan. And no, for his sake, I hope he know when you're guilty, you're guilty. Why for his sake would we want him to find a way around this if he's guilty? And nothing that I heard come out of Ryan Garcia's mouth makes me think that he's not guilty. I mean, yeah, I never even heard of ostarine. I don't even know what ostarine is. But look, if I was going to take ostarine, you know, well, why wouldn't I lose weight? Because it makes you lose weight, you know. Here's the thing. You purposely missed weight. You didn't take it for that reason. Bottom line, you had a clear advantage. You used it. And it's not about trying to make an excuse for Devin Haney for what went wrong and whatever. Along with you juiced up, being juiced up, Devin fighting the wrong way. Well, you packed a whole lot more power. Yeah, and you was able to hurt him while he was drained and for the very first round. Well, bottom line, yeah, he fought the wrong tactic. He fought the wrong tactic. He put up a good fight. It's just the round that Ryan was able to win and he did more damage, and we know how it went. But it was a good fight that was overshadowed by all the bullshit, and now this right here. It just shows you what I be talking about, man. Why don't they can they just say, Ah man, a win's a win. Or win's a win. Oh really? Okay. So we gonna live by that logic, right? So that means I can walk into a store right now, take a TV, put it in my Jeep, and drive home, and then tell the cops, "Hey, look, man, I was gonna pay for it next week." You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's the difference if payday or no payday? You know, why do I need to pay for it today? You know what I'm saying? Well, as long as I pay for it, I was gonna pay for it next week. So it's not stealing. Yeah, you can lie to yourself however you want to. But let's just be real. Ryan Garcia is not good for the sport. He's not even good to himself. Every time you see this dude, he's drinking something. He's saying something stupid. He's acting stupid. You don't know what you're putting in your body all of a sudden. And like the guy said, man, you know, you've been doing this. You've been boxing for I'm Jeff Miller. You've been boxing for a long time. Man, you know what you're supposed to be doing. You know what you're supposed to be doing. So they need to, you know, like I said before, you know, because one of the family was saying that the problem with them suspending him or banning him is, you know, because they didn't do it to other people. And I agree. Yeah. They should have did it to those other people. But they got to start somewhere. I mean, hell, they banned Jarrell Miller fat ass for 4 years. You understand what I mean? It got to start somewhere. Otherwise, the next person going to do the same thing. And they're going to use Ryan Garcia. Yeah, they'll look at him and go, well, shit, he got off, so same thing happened to me. You know what I'm saying? How they gonna ban me and not ban him? You know, or Alicia Baumgartner, you know, or Dylan White, or Conor Ben. See, this is what I'm saying. It has to start somewhere. And I don't think somebody should have to die in the ring for these people to wake up and use their senses and understand, like, man, look, this is a sport, and we want people to come in there. Either you're going to win or you're going to lose, but you're going to do it fair and square. And this is where it's like people are all over the place with this whole mentality of like acting like it's not a big deal. But like I told you, most of these people are not even real Ryan Garcia fans. They just wanted him to beat Devin Haney. So we see with all this theatrics and nonsense, this fool done brought Diddy into it, talking about he heard Devin Haney is close with Victor Conte, and so in other words, they're sabotaging him. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, I wanted y'all to see the different perspectives that people have about it. And it is what it is. And I want y'all to hear from Devin Haney himself and what he had to say. And, you know, look, when you do scumbag type stuff like that, you don't deserve a second chance, a third chance, and all that. You don't. You kill somebody in the ring because you cheated. Even for you to get dealt with, you're not getting the death penalty. That person's dead. You just killed that person. So I don't know. When I'm saying I don't know, I mean, and you know, as far as what he's going to come up with next, but you know, as far as I'm concerned, he already made his stories. He's innocent. He did nothing. Oh, Devin Haney and this guy setting him up. What are they setting you up for? What is it about you, Ryan, that they just want to sabotage your career? Always pointing the blame on everybody else. He's sitting there drinking tequila. I'll drink a tequila. No, yeah, whatever, big goofball. I don't care for Ryan shit anyway, man. I never really did. Like I said, you know, Mr. Flash and Flair with a good left hook, yeah. You know, but he just has that mentality, man. Like it's like I'm watching a little kid when I listen to this guy talk. But y'all heard it. Y'all heard what Jeff said. Y'all heard what Jim Lampley said. Y'all heard what Victor Conte said. You heard what Devin Haney himself said. And you heard what Ryan said. And y'all tell me who sound like they talking bullshit. Bottom line is, like Victor said, the burden of proof is on him. And all I'm hearing right now, listening to him, is pointing fingers, just trolling himself, playing dumb like he don't know what this shit is, but yet he know what it does. I mean, that's Ryan for you. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all on the next video.